We're going to talk about cash flow efficiency.
The C word. Ooh.
Cash, 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 cash.
Let's jump straight in. We're talking about cash flow efficiency. And as we walked to the studio, you had a really good point about how to make your cash flow more efficient. And I'd love to get your biggest takeaway that you've noticed, especially with the trade and service-based industry, what you find is actually helpful for them and what they should be doing more of.
Yeah, I think cash flow is actually a very important thing. It's the oxygen in the business at the end of the day. If there's no oxygen, like the business kind of smothers a bit. It's also the last thing that businesses think about when they start off. Usually it's all about chasing profit, about chasing leads, chasing clients, all of the other operational things that goes on in the business. But cash flow usually at the bottom of the list. But at the end of the day, you kind of need the cash flow to really grow your business. And the one thing that cash really does, like it creates mojo for you in the business, you need that.
Don't forget your mojo.
How much easier is business when you have cash?
Much easier.
A lot easier. Everyone who runs out of cash, they say, well, I've got cash flow problems, like things are tricky. And it's surprising, but very profitable businesses can have cash flow issues because they mismanage their cash.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips around how you like to manage cash in businesses?
Yeah. The biggest thing that a lot of people don't understand is there's a difference between actually making profit and having cash in the business.
Profit.
So all that basically is a timing difference. So there's a timing difference between doing your invoice for your client and receiving the actual money. There's a difference between paying your suppliers. There's a difference between having the accountability for your employees pay as you go, the ATO taxes, and actually paying that over to the ATO. A really good way of managing that is, I guess, just the old school envelope system. But obviously we're not going to be printing out money or, getting money from the ATMs and
Putting it into little
putting
envelopes.
it in little envelopes or under the mattress or whatever. So a really good tip on that is to just create a couple of accounts in your bank. Have one for like income, for expenses, and most importantly for ATO debt and all those sort of things. So that when you have big invoices coming in, let's say your $11,000 comes in from a client, take $1,000, put it in your GST account, and when the time comes in 3 months, when you have to submit your BASs, you've got the cash flow. Working capital is the big thing you want to look at, and that involves your age debt, your supply payments, and your inventory. So you want to keep your stock as low as possible. You want to maybe negotiate payment terms with your suppliers, and if you can receive your money faster from your customers, then that's a big one. It's all green arrows.
How to receive money faster from your customers?
Yeah.
My favorite things are send your invoices on time. Send them pretty much when you've done the job. Don't wait 6 weeks or 2 months until you send an invoice. That job is not complete until you send the invoice, and it's not really complete until you get paid.
Yep.
So having very clear payment terms, people know, okay, I've got 7 days to pay your bill. I receive the invoice very timely after you've done my job. I've got 7 days to pay, I pay, and then as a business owner, you have that money earlier in your account so you can cover your bills, you can cover your labor costs and your overheads.
If you're using Xero as your accounting software, it's fairly easy. Sending the invoice, you can actually see whether the client has opened the invoice. So you can see all the historical.
Even in job management, so like systems like ServiceMate or Simpro, you can automate your reminders, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So the system can do the chasing for you. But then my biggest point is, if someone owes you money and they're 30 days over your payment terms, get on the phone.
Don't buy a baseball bat.
No. Do not do anything illegal. Get on the phone.
Want to dive deeper into the discussion? Stream the full episode now on any podcast app.